Good morning, Tarkov. What's up, guys? How we doing? We got a couple things to talk about today. We got a couple changes that we can break into, and then there's also going to be something interesting that's probably going to be happening. We'll see. That we can talk a little bit about. And yeah, just generally, just good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. But for those of you guys in the U.S., it's definitely good morning. And we're going to be talking about some stuff for Tarkov today, so let's get to it. Okay, this Eclipse song boosted. That went right all the way up at the top of his Spotify playlist here. This is that new song he made for Lighthouse, and it's already just below Rules of Engagement, which is the OG fucking Tarkov song. Anyway, guys, we do have a couple things that we'll start off with to talk about today. First off, what we have here is a slight reduction in the recoil of the Scar L, which makes complete fucking sense, because the Scar L, the kick of the Scar L made no sense to me. It made no sense. I guarantee something happened for somebody where the recoil pattern or something of the Scar L was actually what the Scar H should be, because it's 5.56. It shouldn't have been shooting the way that it was shooting. So they lowered it just a smidge. Also, there should be some access to new attachments earlier, since we do get access to that Scar L. Excuse me. Since we do get access to that Scar L pretty early, it's only level 2 Peacekeeper there. There should be access to some attachments earlier, which should help mitigate the recoil of that weapon as well. And as of last night, they did remove the Tequila Mask. They removed the Tequila, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to call him Tequila. They removed the Tequila Mask off of the Flea. And if you guys didn't check that video yesterday, they did remove they removed Killa armor, they removed Tequila armor, they removed the AVS for some reason. AVS, you know, that level 4 rig, level 4 armor rig. I don't understand why they would remove that, to be honest with you. That one was a bit weird to me. And they also removed the thick items case. I think what they're going to do is now next remove the thick weapons case. It's a little bit interesting that they removed. It's interesting that they're removing the items that they're removing in the fashion that they're removing them, because it just seems like every time they remove something, we ask ourselves, like, why did they remove that without removing this? And then, like, the day after or 2 days later, they remove the one that we're questioning. So if I'm willing to, I'm willing to bet, just period, I am willing to bet that they're going to remove the thick weapons case. And we'll see how far it goes. I really don't think they're going to remove cases in general, especially the ones that you can craft, because a big thing is crafting those things and then putting them up on the flea market. The crafting system that we have doesn't make... Actually, no. You know what? I was gonna say the crafting system that we have doesn't make a whole lot of sense if that wasn't a possibility. But I mean, that's not the right phrase there. It totally would make sense. It's just a little bit weird that we would still have the ability to continue to create mag boxes, grenade boxes, mag cases and grenade cases and stuff like that. If we couldn't just offload them in some way, shape, or form. Somebody in the comments, and I'm gonna go find this person because that was an amazing point that they made yesterday. Somebody in the comments, and I'll see if I can find them off the top of the comments here, made an amazing point that I myself completely forgot about. Let me just see if I can find this person real quick, because they deserve the heads up. Where'd it go? All right, unfortunately I'm not seeing it here, but they made an amazing point. Oh, here we go. Person's name is Blaze It Grandma. The person's name is Blaze It Grandma. And they said, reminder that auctions are a planned feature. And they are. They still are a planned feature. So the thing with auctions, guys, if you guys go over to the flea market, if you go to traders in general right now, you're going to see the traders, you're going to see the flea market, and you're going to see auctions. You're going to see player auctions. So Nikita has recently talked about that, and he said he doesn't know if he's going to remove it or not. And that is an amazing fucking point. That is an amazing point, that auctions might make up for all of this stuff. What's also going to happen with that is it's probably going to depend on, like, reputation. It's probably going to depend on money. It's probably going to depend on your level. There's a lot of stuff with those player auctions that we're not really keeping in mind when thinking about, like, why are they removing these cases? Why are they removing these guns? Why are they removing that ammo? All of that stuff. So that is an amazing point, and that's something that I'm going to bring up if I do get a chance to take part in whatever kind of events that are going on. There's no confirmation yet, but I will let you guys know I might have some kind of part in, excuse me, I know I'm not on Twitch, but it seems like I might be able to play some kind of small role or some kind of part in whatever events are going to be happening with BSG over the next couple weeks. There is going to be, this isn't confirmation. They haven't confirmed anything yet, but there should be a New Year's event of some kind, whether it be like a sale or I mean, they're definitely doing the Twitch drops. Those are confirmed. They're definitely doing the Twitch drops. But some kind of live stream with BSG and stuff like that. And it seems like I might play some kind of part in that. There's going to be some streamers and some content creators that are going to be involved, and I might be a part of that. So we'll see. If I get a chance to talk to them, then that's going to be one of the things I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about those player auctions and see if all of this stuff that they were moving off the flea market is still going to have, if there's still going to be a way for us to trade between one another with those player auctions. So that's a thing, and it should be coming up here. So again, changes today so far that we've seen is the recoil was reduced on the Scar L, which makes complete sense. In fact, for the numbers that I'm seeing, I would imagine they could probably lower it just a little bit more as well, even. But also the Tequila Mask was removed. So now that that's done, I'm wondering if they're going to remove the thick weapons case as well. We'll see what happens with that. Of course, guys, you still can't get those cases, and anything that is a task item you can still get from those tasks. You just can no longer post them on the flea market like as so many people would do if they were hurting for money or they just want to cash in general. The instant that you got that thick items case or that thick weapons case, it was immediately just tossed up onto the flea market because it was found in raid because you got it as a quest reward. So that's not a thing anymore. We'll see what happens with that. Generally speaking, I think it's interesting that we're this far into a wipe. We're now past a week. We're now over a week into the wipe, and people are still running around with level 4 armor. That hasn't happened in years. That has not happened in years for Tarkov wipes. It just hasn't. Sure, there's still people with face masks. Sure, there are people with level 5 armor and stuff like that. But it's not like every single raid everyone's running around with slicks and altons and the best armor for absolutely everybody. You guys know what I mean. Of course, there's still some outliers there, but you know what I mean. Lower music. Okay, sorry. Hopefully that wasn't too loud the whole time. We'll see. Was that too loud? Should I go over everything again? Was that music too loud for the whole time? I wonder what happened in my audio settings. It seemed about the same point that it was before. Could you guys hear me all right that whole time? Yes? You good? Okay. We'll assume that we're good to go. Okay. But yeah. So that was okay. What? I can't hear it. I think that it feels like that's trolling. But anyway, guys, so that was what we wanted to go over today. That's what we wanted to go over today. And, just in case, if the music was too loud there, if you didn't get me, they did remove the Tequila Mask, and they did remove, they did remove the Tequila Mask. They removed the thick items case and stuff and a couple other things yesterday. Go check out that video. It's the most recent video I posted for all of that info as well. And, you know what I did miss, though, guys? Those of you guys that are out there that are looking for hunting matches, and I'm going to be losing my voice already. I played hockey this morning, so I might be losing my voice a little bit sooner than usual with these. All right, so something, if you guys are looking for the hunting matches, specifically, you're going to find them, I guess, more often in those luggage containers. So those of you guys that don't know, I'll pull it up, and I'll put it up on the screen here. Apparently, they're spawning pretty regularly in the luggage bags that you can find like in the back of cars and just kind of around in general. This definitely is probably, actually I can't say definitely, this is definitely one of my least looted items or like containers in the game. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe I can't. Let's see if I can find a picture for you. A lot of you guys will know what I'm talking about. See if I can find a picture here somewhere. I should be able to here. There it is. And if we come over here, where's my mouse? There it is. That is what you're looking for right here. We'll swap that over. As these boys right here. So apparently hunting matches are popping up in these quite regularly. So look around for these. Not necessarily all over the place. There is a van. If you guys follow the, what would that be? That would be the western wall of Interchange. Coming up to Scav Camp of Interchange, there is a van with a door open in the back that has one of these, and lo and behold, I found a fucking hunting matches, or the camping matches, or whatever they're called, that was in the back of that car. So apparently these are spawning those pretty regularly. I did find another one also in generic. Also, if you guys are looking for gas analyzers, I'm going to be talking about that. I'll put that in today's video. I'm going to talk real quick about in a quick video today. There is this one shelf in Ollie that I found all 3 of my gas analyzers very quickly, like stupid quick. It was like in the span of like an hour. For some reason, people just aren't looking on that shelf. And I have a quick little clip. If you guys want to see the clip right now, put a 1 in chat. I'll put the clip up. But it's right behind the cash registers. It's the one that's knocked down a little bit, and then there's that one shelf that the knockdown shelf is leaning onto, right behind the center cash registers. And like no shit, over the span of a few raids. Okay, everyone wants to see it, so I'll pull that up. Oh no, like no shit, over the span of a few raids, I found all 3 of them on that one shelf. And sure, there's other shelves in there that have it. I'll pull this up real quick. I think it's my most recent one for Tarkov. Okay, and welcome to the difficulty of recording Tarkov. Okay, I can't show this because my fucking recording bug. All right. Just so you guys know, I'm not fucking kidding. Oh my god. All right, well, I guess I don't have that clip because that's what my recording looks like from yesterday. Welcome to the difficulty of not live streaming Tarkov, because you get shit like this sometimes, so that's an F. I'll run back there. I'll run in offline. It's not difficult. I'll run in offline and I'll go find it today, and I'll get a clip for you. All right, so that's a big rip. That actually really fucking sucks because I had a really good fight. I actually had a really good couple raids yesterday, and it looks like they're all fucking gone, so that sucks. Yeah, that's an F. I was running customs a lot yesterday, and I won a 1v3 when I was like I was in a ditch. So you know the tiger that's on the other side of the ice cream shop between old construction and the main bridge. There's a little dip right there, right before you can get up under the wall into old construction. I was in that dip and I won a 1v3. I don't know how the fuck those guys did that. I don't know how they managed to do that to themselves, but I won a 1v3 in that. And then also I juked the shit out of some people in kind of the same little area where I made it seem like I was running around one way and then I ran the other way and I came up behind them as I was doing like bad rep evidence and stuff like that. But there was like 4 people in that other group, and once I realized that there was 4, I just ran because there was no way I was already low on ammo and I was using a PP-19, so I wasn't gonna fuck with them. But anyway, we'll get some more clips. It's not a big deal, and I'll also get that shelf. I'll get that shelf. I'll get a clip of that for later today anyway. All right, let's do some questions here. What do you think about the new Raider AI? They're not Raiders, they're rogues. They're very different. So we have to keep those specific because it's actually super important. There's a reputation involved with groups like that, and these are going to be the first. So we got the rogues, which are shoot on sight to bears, and they're generally a bit friendlier to USEC. And there's going to be things that affect what you do in the game and what PMC you choose to be part of and your reputation with certain groups in the game. This is that first group that's going to be that. We're also going to get the GRU. The GRU are going to be roaming around the streets of Tarkov, and they're going to do the exact opposite. They're going to shoot USEC. I almost said bears. They're going to shoot USEC on sight, and that's, if you guys thought the fucking rogues were bad, you can find them in one place, and you can actually avoid them if you go down by the beach. The fucking GRU are gonna hunt. they're gonna walk around streets and they're gonna look for USECs. So those of you guys that are salty about that, if you're running bear right now, just wait till streets. Excuse me. I'm gonna lose my voice so quick today. But yeah, so those are actually called rogues, and they're very different. They're not very different, but they're specifically different than raiders, because raiders are shoot on sight for everyone, and raiders are kind of like their own. They're off on their own kind of thing. It's also a mix of bear and USEC. And then we've got the rogues, which are specifically USEC, and they're on the they're their own thing. I'm talking about raiders, not rogues. Then why are you talking about? Why'd you say new? Do you mean like the? If you're saying that they did new AI for raiders specifically, like for labs and stuff, then I actually did not know that. I also haven't tested that. I don't think I've even fought a raider. Actually, no, I have. I've done a couple reserve raids. Talking about raiders, not rogues. Yeah, I fought very few raiders specifically this wipe. So I'm not sure. Maybe they kind of put them up next to rogues a little bit, maybe because rogues should be about the same experience as raiders generally, and so maybe they did something with that. Rogues are broken too strong. They are. If there was anything that I was going to agree with that might be broken in the game, it would be rogues. Yes. But I think what BS actually I can't say I think with this because I know this is exactly what they're doing is they're balancing two groups. So they are balancing the enemies based off of what a group of players, what a group of PMCs, and even what a group of scavs would be able to do against them. Because if you do have a group, especially you know, I'm not necessarily like this would be a long time into the wipe, but you know, there's people running around with good optics. Some good ammo, some good armor. If you team up with some people that know what they're doing, you can take those rogues down pretty easily. In fact, even the day after wipe, the day of wipe, I was almost doing it solo with M855 and some M80, and some LPS rounds for a I'm blanking on the name of the rifle, SV98, S98, SV98. I'm blanking on the name of the rifle, but the bigger Mosin. The bigger Mosin. SV98? Wow, that's really bothering me. But yeah, so I almost did that solo with, and that was before the nerf too. So if you just get a couple people that have some good armor, some good ammo, and some good weapons, you're going to be able to take them down and farm them pretty easily. So yeah. Did they remove M61 from the trader? I believe M61's been gone since the beginning. I believe, what's off the Flea now? The Flea, they removed the Tequila Mask, guys. They removed they did remove the Tequila Mask. And I was mentioning this earlier. It feels like every time they remove something new off the flea market, there's something that we ask ourselves, like, why, if they're going to remove this, why didn't they remove that? And then they do end up removing that latter item. They do end up removing that second item. So that next one, I think, is going to be the thick weapons case. If they removed the thick items case, but for some reason they didn't remove the thick weapons, I think thick weapons is up next. So we'll see. M61 is a quest. I know, but can you still get it on the flea market? I haven't checked for M61 because I'm not running 308 right now. Are rogues getting nerfed? Rogues got nerfed slightly, but that was like day 3. That was like Tuesday or Wednesday last week after the wipe. They did nerf them slightly. So instead of hitting that first shot headshot, now they hit first shot torso and shit like that. Oh, were you asking trader? They're definitely they didn't remove them off the trader. It's just a quest unlock. No M61 on Flea. Yeah, but they should be on the trader. I think they removed M61 like day 1. I think that was one of the initial ones they removed off of the flea market. Thick is already off the market. I'm pretty sure no. The thick items. Is the thick weapons off there too? I'm not sure. Oh, thanks for the 5 there, Brennan. We'll get you with the text-to-speech here in a second. M61 locked behind wet job parts. Yeah. So, Raiders, Peacekeeper will still have it. Peacekeeper will still have it. It just might not be. I am going, guys. We're only 20 minutes in. I'm gonna lose my voice. Traders are still gonna have it.
Love this show, Noise Guy. I listen to it every morning at work. Been playing Tarkov for about 3 years and you still have great information. Clown Guy out.
Yeah, I'm the Clown Guy. Clown Guy is dead, by the way. I don't think I'm going to do that again. Thanks for the kind words and thanks for the 5, Brendan. Appreciate you. I try to get these every morning as much as I can. We'll see how much I can keep up with it. There's a lot going on these days. Actually, now that we're on the subject, though, with Christmas coming up, we do have I had to drive some people to and from airports and stuff like that. I got some family in town for Christmas, so we'll see exactly how much I can keep up in like through Christmas, but I should be able to be pretty good. And now that we're actually discussing a couple things, and before I lose my voice here, I am gonna be. It seems like, I mean, it's not confirmed, but it really seems like I am going to be involved in some way, shape, or form with whatever this event that's going to be coming up with BSG. So once I get confirmation and once I get more details on what exactly that's going to be, I will obviously let you guys know. There might be some Q&A. There might be some dev discussion involved here and there. But I'll let you guys know. Some stuff's happened this morning that makes me believe that I'm going to be involved in some way, shape, or form with whatever dev stuff they're going to be doing throughout the new year, and like what the, I know they're doing a live stream from the offices. I don't know if that's what it would be, but we'll see. It seems like I might be involved in some way, shape, or form. So I'll let you guys know when I do. There's no reviving clown guy. I burnt the, yeah, he's gone. He's clown guy's dead. Thanks for all the updates. No problem. Thank you guys. Also, guys, we can keep doing questions until I lose my voice here, which might be pretty soon, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So do like what Tirish just did there at Nice Guy Tarkov, and that's what we're here to talk about. Disarray, I know that you were talking about something earlier, weren't you? There was someone else that wanted to talk about some stuff. This is where we talk about stuff. So we talk about news. We already talked about a couple things today. They removed the Tequila Mask. They lowered the recoil on the Scar L a little bit. I think they should probably remove it just a little bit more as well, because I don't think it acts like it's shooting 5.56 right now. I think it acts like it's shooting 308, but that's just me personally. We'll see what happens with that. And then, fuck, what was the other thing? Didn't they do something else? I don't know. Maybe it was the dev stuff that Tirish was asking about. But also, if you didn't catch the stuff that they did, oh right, the hunting matches. Hunting matches should be found in more places. Also, those luggage boxes, or luggage cases specifically. Dev stuff. Like Tirish, I don't have a lot of information. All I know is they contacted me and asked me about dates and times and if I can talk to them. So it could happen. It might not. I'm letting you guys know just that. I know that BSG are planning on doing drops, so there are going to be Twitch drops around New Year's. I don't have any dates, I don't have any times or anything like that. I just know that they want to do it. And then I also know that they want to do a dev stream around New Year's around that time at the BSG offices. And I was contacted asking about like times and stuff like that. So it seems like I might be involved in some way, shape, or form. I just don't have details, and I'm letting you guys know because that would be really fucking cool. And then if I'm gonna be on some show or if I'm gonna be on talking to them or something, I want to let you guys know. So heads up, that might be happening. We'll see. Nothing confirmed yet though. Make sure you are hydrated. Oh, trust me, I am. I'm hydrated. I'm probably gonna lose my voice because I've been talking a lot. So yeah. Will they remove GPU from Flea? There's no fucking way they're gonna remove GPU from Flea. You need it for the Flea. You need it for the Bitcoin farm. So stuff like that, they're not going to remove. We're talking about like armor, ammo, anything. So if you go and you look at any labs enjoyer, if you go and you look at any, and that's not like a derogatory term or anything like that, guys. Play the game you want to play. If you're having fun, have fun. So just to make that clear, there's no animosity there or whatever. It's just generally speaking, you go watch one of those, W key players. They're going to be doing the same shit. They're going to be using the same gun with the same, well, generally speaking, about the same guns, about the same ammo for that gun. The same armor and the same helmet and all that stuff. All of that is now off of the Flea. There is not a single thing left. Period. There's a couple grips maybe and a couple optics if they like to run in the holographic or something. That's about it. And some suppressors, but that's it. Everything else, the guns, the armor, the ammo, everything is off the flea market. All that shit. So all of like the big time stuff like thermals, mags, guns, ammo, armor, and now cases. They removed the thick items case yesterday. And even pilgrims. Like, why remove the pilgrim? Why remove like that? And the KS-23. I forgot they removed the KS-23, but you get that pretty easily from Jaeger there, so it's not a big deal. Jaeger or Skier? I forget. Jaeger, right, for the KS-23? Someone remind me. Stuff like that. Why do they keep nerfing the HK? Nerfing which HK? There's a lot. I mean the 416? Is it the fire rate? I would assume because of the fire rate. Oh, is it Prapper for the KS? Oh, Prapper. Okay, I was wrong twice. Okay, Prapper for the KS then. Yeah. Why did I think it was? Well, Skier and Jaeger. They still have the shotgun stuff. I thought I saw something on Jaeger. Maybe it was the new double barrel or I must be thinking of like the revolver shotgun or something. I don't know. HK is less meta than the AK now. Whatever meta is, they're probably going to be messing with that even more too. So we'll see. It's got good fire rate though. Still, like, I don't think. I think that fire rate's gonna mess some people up. When will you do a face reveal? I'm definitely not doing. I guess I should do something for 100K, but I don't really have anything planned. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I'm definitely not doing a face reveal. We'll do. Clown guy was a one-time thing. Thick items wasn't on the market last wipe, I thought. I mean, it was this one. The items, at least. It was. They just removed it. It was just more difficult to get them found in raid because you couldn't find them in raid, so you just could only. I think it was just the quest, right? Can you craft those anywhere? Can you craft thick items anywhere? I think it was just the quest. Yeah, but the recoil is crap. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. When people are able to get those attachments together and, stuff like that, we'll see. Apparently, suppressors are doing a lot. I haven't really messed around too much with suppressors. I ran a Scar suppressed, and I thought it was going to help. It didn't really help too much. But apparently, suppressors are doing a lot for recoil. Yeah, it is just the quest. It's just the quest.
USEC microwave.
Yo Nolan, I am a level 39. I completed wet job part 6. I grinded to level 7 sniper skill and I don't see M61 at Peacekeeper. Can you confirm they removed M61?
Jesus. Is that the quest that unlocks it? I thought there was a different quest that unlocks it. I'll look into it. I'll take a note on it. Because that's pretty nuts if they've removed it from him as well. Let me look that up. M61. The Flea might not, not the Flea, the wiki might not be updated either. You can craft it, workbench 3. Oh yeah, it is wet job. It is wet job. If that's true, I would double check, man. I don't know if I'll check chat. Maybe somebody else in chat's confirming that as well. But the wiki still says it's up there, and the wiki might not be up to date. So I'll look into it. Has anyone else in chat done that as well? Reserve drop-down room for gas hands. There's that too. The reserve is finding a few. I found a couple. Sorry, not for me personally, because I wasn't on the quest yet when we found those. I gave it to somebody else when I was running with, but I found my 3 on Ollie on a specific shelf very quickly. Hunter matches are on the Flea now. Okay, I checked yesterday and they weren't. But I think it might have been because they were so popular. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with thank you for the 5 also, Gene. We'll see. They need to tweak inertia. I don't know. I don't necessarily know about need. I'm thinking now, Diego, with and if there is going to be any potential tweaking of inertia, it's going to be a few more weeks out before we see anything like that, because I know what they want to see is they want to see what the strength and endurance when people with leveled strength and endurance look like with inertia, and we're not really there yet. So see. Haven't found hunting matches in a duffel bag last night. I have found hunting matches. Okay, cool. So maybe they're just popping up more. RGOs are OP AS. They're very good, but yeah, they might balance those in terms of access just a little bit. I have found quite a few of those. The wiki hasn't been updated like at all. There's a couple. No, there's some things that they've been updated. I'm on the wiki's Discord. Trust me, guys. They're working as hard as they can. I'm in on when they change. I'm literally one of the guys that helps them update stuff. So trust me, they're working hard. There's actually a shit ton of quest stuff. I don't know who was posting this stuff, but someone hit level 41 and it's Pest. Yeah, Pestley's. Yeah, Pestley's in there. He's helping them now. Pestley's updating a bunch of shit. So I guess over the wiki. Yeah, Pestley's in here dumping info left and right on them. So they're probably going to be updating here soon. Let me see if Pest did anything in here. Does that work? Where is that? That's revision. Okay, this looks like it's... Yeah, Pestley's in there. Pestley's in there updating them on quest stuff now. So we'll see. Do you think this is the end of... Do you think this is the end of Wipe? No, I can guarantee it's not, because what they're going to do after release there, Desi, is they're going to have 2 separate server infrastructure. There's going to be one server side. There's going to be one side. There's going to be one server that wipes and one that doesn't. And then on each, you can have a bear and a USEC. That is the current plan that they have. So at launch, you can have a bear and a USEC account on a server that will never wipe. It's complete, persistence, everything stays. You're never going to lose any of your progress, period. And then completely separate, because the two are never going to match. They're never going to be able. You're never going to have any way to interact with the other server. Separate server. You're going to have a ability to make a bear and a USEC on a server that does wipe periodically. Nikita said something about he doesn't like the word seasons, so he's not going to call it seasonal. But generally speaking, you know, there's 4 seasons in a year, and it seems like they're probably going to do 3 or 4 a year, depending on how you look at it. So that's probably going to be about what it looks like. Gage, what's your thoughts on the flea market nerfs? I think it's very good. Generally speaking, if you ask any, not necessarily that I'm an OG, but I've been playing for years. I had alpha access, all that good stuff. Someone that's been playing the game for a very long time, this is like what we knew was coming. We knew that this was going to be like this at launch. I just didn't think it was going to happen this early, and it's cool. It's cool. We're going to see a lot of new balancing that's happening too, because something to keep in mind too, guys, is a lot of the balance that happens with AI, a lot of the balance that happens with bosses and stuff like that is
Keep
based.
up the good work.
Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, and however much money that is, because I'm a dumb American and I don't know how much that is. Assuming it's at least 5 though, so thank you for at least the 5. Really hope it's not like 200 or some shit. I don't know how much that is. I really hope it's not like actually what that is. But thank you very much. What was I saying? Oh, right. So a lot of the balance that they do on bosses is because it's based off of what players can access. So if it's easy to access ammo that can easily penetrate Killa's helmet, for instance, they're going to buff Killa because you can pretty easily get stuff that can kill Killa easily. And they don't want that because it makes it not difficult, and bosses should be difficult. So there's stuff like that. There's going to be balancing changes and stuff that keeps changing based off of that stuff. And we're going to see a massive round of that. Of course, Desi. Did I get the other dono? Yeah, I did. Thank you. Do you think it would be a better option if BSG made drops from Raiders, bosses, guards, non-found in raid? No, because you have to work for that stuff. If anything, that would be, and I'm not saying to do this, but if you need to kill something as difficult as like a boss or a raider or the boss's bodyguards, if anything was going to stay found in raid, it would be whatever you find on those motherfuckers, because it's going to be difficult. When will be Twitch drop? I don't know, Dutchman. I don't know, but don't spam that shit. Chill out. Yeah, I really hope it's not. I don't know. 22 bucks. All right, thank you for the 20, Chris. I don't know why they don't just. I wish they would just tell me what it is in American, so I know what it is. Thanks, Chris. About tree fitty. And he talks about the Scav Life DLC. No, they're keeping it pretty tight on DLC stuff. If you want general information that we have right now, it's that you are going to be able to, depending on your reputation as a scav, you'll have your own stash. You'll be able to scav or have the potential to scav in as a bodyguard, as a boss, as a raider, maybe even rogues now. Rogues weren't a thing, and I mean, obviously GRU and the UN and stuff wasn't a thing either when they were talking about this. So I mean, there's potential that you could spawn in as a rogue or as a GRU or even as a cultist and stuff like that. So we'll see. If you could spawn in as a boss, which apparently that's the plan, if you have like a really good rep, like if you're insane rep with it as a scav, they said there's potential for you to even spawn in as a boss, and they do consider rogues and cultists and stuff bosses. So that's what they've been talking about. And yes, again, with you'll have your own stash and stuff like that too. It's your own Scav Life. But that's all we know right now. Can you give me false hope and tell me Streets will be out next week and won't brick my computer? Definitely not going to be out next week. 100% not going to be out next week. And I guess it depends on your computer. We'll see. I know that a lot of people are having trouble with Lighthouse, and I would say that there's going to be some really good data that they're getting from. If you guys are having trouble, if you have very low frames, I know it's not a bug, but maybe turn in a bug report. Maybe let them know, hey, here's my system, my setup. Here's what I have in my PC. These are the frames that I'm getting. You know, heads up, that ain't good, like or something like that. And then if you put that up on the forums or if you put it up on Reddit, maybe somebody will have an interesting idea of some kind of driver setting or not driver setting, but some specific setting or some specific driver that you can set up or something some kind of fix, maybe some kind of fix that is going to be able to help you. I do find, like, I'm not saying this to everybody out there, but I am finding that there are a lot of people out there that are unrealistic with the system that they have, and they mess around a lot with like post effects and stuff, post processing effects and stuff when you really shouldn't. I don't even use post processing effects and stuff. So it's something to think about. You know, turn it down. Obviously, there's a limit. You can turn it down to a point where if maybe you aren't enjoying the game as much, that's something that you want to report. That's something to say, hey, this is what I'm running, and these are the frames that I'm getting, and it might be able to help them out. Maybe it's only certain rigs. Maybe it's certain equipment in that rig. And then just generally speaking, yes, they know. The frames are low on a couple of these maps, and they're going to work on it. How does the Scar H feel? How does it compare to the MDR 308 and the FAL? I haven't even shot the Scar H yet. I've only shot the Scar L, and the Scar L honestly feels like it's shooting 308, which is probably why they nerfed the recoil a little bit today, or buffed the recoil a little bit today. They lowered the recoil, so that'd be a buff. But yeah, honest to God, the Scar L feels like it's shooting. It doesn't feel like it's shooting 5.56. It feels like it's shooting something heavier. I pulled a Fountain Raid Tequila boss cap off of what I assume was a player scav on Lighthouse. Is that normal, or did they change up what player scavs can have? I really don't think it's...
I haven't played since last Wednesday and I'm level 9. What are the top 3 changes I should pay attention for?
Top 3. Okay. There's been a bunch. So it's honestly, Nick, thank you very much for the 5. Questions like that are why I've started, is why I originally years ago, which is it's only been 2 years, but why I started making videos the way that I make them. It's so that when my friends, because I was that initial Tarkov friend in my friend group, so anytime anyone started getting into Tarkov, I got tired of answering questions like that, so I just made little videos and had them go watch that. So for sure, keep up with the videos. They're short for a reason. It's to keep you informed. But I will just to say, I will say that if you do surgery, you're going to get more health back now on average. If you use a painkiller, it's going to take away more energy and hydration. So don't go popping those constantly because you're going to get dehydrated unless you have food and water, because it does both hydration and your energy on you. And there's a bunch of stuff that they took off the Flea. And gas analyzers, I had a good spot for gas analyzers, but my video got corrupted there, unfortunately. I found mine in Ollie. People are finding them on reserve pretty easily. And generally speaking, you are finding a lot less geared people, so it should still be fine. It should still be a good time. It's not like you're going to run into, I'm not saying you're not going to run into people that have, like, you know, good armor and a good helmet or whatnot. I'm just saying, generally speaking, there's a lot less people running around with, like, the best guns and gear and stuff already. So enjoy it. Thanks for the 5, Nick. Appreciate it. This patch had some big changes in the game. When Streets of Tarkov will be out, do you have any clues what are the big changes we might get? When they release Streets, I think the biggest change that they're going to do is going to be map-to-map travel. We're already seeing parts of that with this newest update, because they changed up Shoreline a little bit there. It seems like you can easily walk from Lighthouse to Shoreline, which when they do map-to-map travel, of course you can, but I mean, like, right now, like, there's no, like, any other map, you're going to see walls, you're going to see rocks, there's going to be something that stops you from just walking forward. But for this one, it's just an extract, and if the extract wasn't there and you just kept walking, you would be on Shoreline or you would be on Lighthouse for those specific areas. So I think what we're going to get with Streets is it's going to be map-to-map travel. We'll see what comes with that. We'll see what kind of, if there's going to be differences with raid timers and stuff like that. And then also one of those is going to, depends on how many maps they're going to do, but one of those is also going to be access to labs. One of the first map-to-map, spill my coffee a little bit. I shouldn't have been fucking around with that. Hold on one sec, guys. It's just a little bit, though. I didn't spill the whole thing. Blip. All right. Mouse is safe. What was it saying? Okay, so labs access. So one of the first maps that they're going to have for map-to-map travel is labs. You're going to have to bring a key card with you to Streets or Factory, and then you're going to have to find which I'm assuming won't be very difficult pretty quickly after the wipe, to find the entrance to labs from Streets or Factory. Go to labs, do whatever you need to do on labs, and then exit labs, which you're not going to go back to your hideout anymore. You're going to go back to Streets or Factory, depending on what extract at labs you use. And then you're going to need to leave Streets or Factory, whichever one you went to, and then back to your hideout. So that's going to be a thing as well. That's going to be big. And then the bosses on Streets. I mean, not necessarily bosses as well, but we have the GRU that are coming. The UN, I think, are coming as well, but at least the GRU. The GRU are supposed to be roaming around on streets hunting USEC, like what rogues do for bears. And the boss on streets is supposed to have a bunch of mines. The boss on streets is supposed to have, like, claymore mines, or at least whatever the Russian equivalent of a claymore mine would be, around the car dealership. And he's supposed to have a belt-fed RPD, which RPD is belt-fed, but I just like saying belt-fed because it's fucking cool. So he's supposed to have an RPD, and he's supposed to be nuts. Like, it's supposed to be, like, the most difficult thing you will ever do in the game is killing that boss on streets and getting his goodies and getting whatever is in that car dealership. And they might do multiple bosses. There is supposed to be several bosses on streets. So we'll see if they do multiple bosses. That would be our first map with multiple significant bosses, and if the GRU are running around, it's gonna be pretty cool. And lots of scavs. So, and just, you know, streets in general, even without the AI, is pretty significant. It's gonna be the biggest map, and it's gonna be one of the most ambitious cityscapes in gaming ever. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, hopefully I answered that question. Isn't DLC going to split the player base and be bad for the game long term? Depends on how they do it. Obviously, if they're thinking about that. I think what they're going to do is, fuck, what was it? I had a very good explanation of this, but I forgot. What was it with the fucking DLC? With the maps specifically. I'm thinking what they might do is maybe we have access to the maps, but people that don't get the DLC, you don't have access to, like, any kind of quests involved or lore that might be involved with the map, because that's true. It's gonna be weird, and I don't know of a good way they're gonna handle that unless that's how they do it. Like, you can still play the map and it doesn't split the player base, but we'll see. RPD, I thought it was supposed to be PKM. Both are planned. RPD, I think he's actually, now that you say that, I think he's said either or for quite a while. If it is the Scorpion backpack that has, like, the extra 75 or 100 rounds or whatever it is for the PKM, if they end up giving him the Scorpion backpack, then yeah, that'll be the PKM. But I think what they're doing now, at least, is they're putting the RPD on that guy. They're putting the RPD on the car dealership boss, and that's when we're gonna see the introduction of belt feds and stuff. Any news as to when AI will get inertia? Honestly, Karma, I don't think that's a thing, because there's a balance involved with it. There's a bit involved with that. I've never heard them say specifics about that. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, because they still need to be able to react to players correctly. If that's a good answer for you, hopefully it is. And I think there's a lot that tunes into that. So we'll see. Is there any way to get max recoil control quick? Also, is it worth it? I don't know. Somebody good to ask about stuff like that would be Ghost Freak. I don't know if Ghost is live right now. But all of you guys that are curious about, like, inertia and movement, or how to level things very quickly, you're going to want to go talk to Ghost. I send everybody over to Ghost. Ghost is not live at the moment, but Ghost will know a lot about that stuff. Ghost Freak is your guy for that. So go talk to him next time he's live. Go follow him on Twitch and ask him, or hit him up on Twitter about stuff like that. What if the Black Division has endgame tier items that are tracked by the Black Division, and you can only remove the tracker out of raid, so they chase you down and try to kill you? There's a lot of questions about the Black Division. Probably the most interesting idea that I've seen for the Black Division, which also teams up a little bit with whether or not there's going to be a raid timer, or what they're going to do about, like, the lore behind a raid timer. Like, why is there a raid timer? There shouldn't be. You should be able to spend as much time as you want in there, which it is placeholder for the current server infrastructure. But lore-wise, what it could mean is they'll get rid of the timer, but there still will be like the timer. Like, once the timer runs out, it won't be like you're done. You're what's it called? What's the fucking word I'm looking for? MOA, or not MOA? MIA. You're not, or MIA. You're not missing an action or whatever. But that is when a new timer starts, or a stopwatch starts, and that is when the Black Division has been deployed. So, like, that's probably the craziest idea that I've heard, and it was somebody from this stream too. where the Black Division's now hunting. The Black Division is on the map now, and they're gonna hunt your ass. So that would be really cool. And then maybe you fight them out, maybe you don't, like stuff like that. So that might be interesting. But again, that's not confirmed. I haven't heard confirmation of that. We don't even know if the Black Division is coming to the game. We're just assuming that they are, based off of how they're acting. And then also, if you literally go to anybody's Instagram that works at BSG, anytime they're at their range, they have a Black Division patch on them. So it's just interesting.
I like the flea market changes. It brings back some rarity that I like. I'm annoyed that I grind traders for good ammo and they are constantly sold out. I think they need to tweak total amounts.
Drake, thank you very much for the take and the $10. Appreciate you. And yes, so generally speaking, it feels right in terms of the game because this was the plan all along around launch in terms of balance and in terms of like economy and stuff. This was the plan all along. It's just in terms of being surprised and stuff like that. It's just we didn't think that they would do it this soon. We thought that they would make it so that we could still access a lot of the stuff that we're still testing, especially with stuff like they changed up the ballistics, and they changed up a lot about armor and recoil and stuff like that. Overheating and malfunctions and stuff. This patch specifically didn't need to be not necessarily needs to be a wipe in order to do this, but this patch, the new content basically, that we would have still had access to all that stuff, and no. So it's a little weird that they chose this one. But yeah, this was always going to be a thing. And along with a big change like that, we've been talking about this a couple times already. There's going to be a lot of balancing around bosses. There's going to be a lot of balancing around access. And generally speaking, access to things should be relatively low. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up tweaking with traders and access to these things. And also something that someone brought up in the comments of my video yesterday was we also have the auctions. We have the player auctions. So when they do add that feature, if they're still adding it, which I think they are now that they've done all this to the flea market, what are they going to do with the player auctions? What are they going to give us access to selling and bartering with each other through the player auctions? Are we going to be able to do everything that they just removed off the flea market or what? So we'll see. Thanks for the 10. Hopefully I answered that to your standards. The devs are all going to be Black Division, and Nikita's the leader of the group. That would be fucking insane. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. That was a thing. I would fucking love it. That was a thing. Is there a reason you don't want to do a face reveal? And I don't judge. This is a question. You guys don't need to see my face to understand the information. The clown guy was a one thing, and I felt weird putting it in there because it's like I'm blocking stuff. It just feels weird. Like you literally don't need to see a face. Like I get that all the time. It's just I'm an information guy. You don't need to see my face to get the information. In fact, it's better if you don't, because it's more room on the fucking screen for you guys to get that information or whatever. So that's literally it. That's just it. Also, it helps if I don't need to fucking care about what I look like and shit on a camera. But yeah. All right, guys, this is the last 10 minutes here. I keep these to an hour. I'm most likely going to have a video talking about some stuff later today, if I don't lose my voice. So we can talk about some more stuff, but if you guys got some other questions, we'll do a bit of lightning round for the last few minutes here and see what happens. But I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's what we do these morning shows for Good Morning Tarkov. So if I miss anything or if there's something else that you want to get, that's when I'll be back on. Has BSG ever mentioned the ability to use SIGs in game? They actually have. So I don't know if you're going to be able to, as like an event, as like a call or whatever, actually pull out the cigarettes and then use that. But what they have talked about are more, I just fucking spilled my coffee again. I'm like moving my coffee around when I'm talking, and I don't know why I'm doing this today specifically, but I'm a fucking idiot. Hold on. I'm putting fucking coffee away. Why did I do that? What the fuck? Alright, but what they did do is they talked about idle animations for scavs, so that scavs don't look like they're just kind of walking around. They look like they're living beings, and they have like a personality and shit like that. So you'll find scavs at like a campsite, you'll find scavs around their normal spawn points, but they're going to be sitting there like chilling. They're going to be sitting there like eating, they're going to be sitting there smoking, talking to each other. Their gun might be down by their side, it might be on the ground, it might be on their back. It like just generally speaking, it looks like somebody that you would walk up to on the street, just like that. It's not like the way that they're acting right now. In terms of what you asked there, that's what I've heard so far for that. Do you see them implementing the armor hitboxes before the next big wipe? No, I don't. I don't think, because in fact, I don't think we're gonna see it until like even the wipe after that, because I'm pretty sure the next wipe we're gonna be getting is that first iteration of Streets, and it's gonna be 6-7 months from now. It's gonna be around July, August, something like that of next year. And they already said that the custom armor hitbox and rig system that it's going to come along with isn't going to be ready for that. So no, I don't think so. Maybe during the next wipe, maybe, but not before then. I really don't think they're going to do it before then, unless it's like a complete surprise and something weird happens. Boss turf wars on Streets. Do you think it'll happen? I know it'll happen because you have the UN and you have those bosses over there. The UN should shoot scavs. So there's going to be some stuff. I don't know if it's going to be a part of their pathing or part of their programming, whatever you want to call it, that they try to attack the UN or anything like that. I don't think that would be a thing, but maybe it's a thing. We'll see. And there's definitely going to be events, like BSG can pop up events where they make it so that there's a lot more bosses on that map, and like that's the lore for why they're there. Maybe they're having a turf war. I don't know, but they can do that if they wanted to. For the DLC system, like labs could be awesome for those who don't have the DLC maps. Getting a specific item to be able to go on a DLC map. Diego, I'm not gonna lie, you lost me with that one. I don't know what you're talking about there. Yeah, you lost me with that one, man. I don't know what you mean there with that one. Afghanistan USEC based DLC. No, it'll all be Norvinsk region. It'll all be Norvinsk region for sure. Yeah, sorry, Diego, you missed me on that one. If you want to have the economy to support the game and get DLC, then fair enough. But if you don't want to, then why rewards? I do think you should be able to be. I'm assuming you mean able to buy DLC later, though. You can. All right, so guys, if there's any confusion about what's going on with Edge of Darkness, the whole thing with Edge of Darkness is that it's supposed to be special in terms of access before launch. Of course, you're still going to be able to buy the DLC after launch. I'm sure there'll be even some sales and stuff around that stuff. It's just generally speaking, the stuff that you get with EOD, whether it be the already maxed out stash, the reputation you already get with traders, and the starting equipment, stuff like that. The stuff that you get specifically with EOD is supposed to stop at launch. It's supposed to. And I thought they would have already stopped by now, to be honest with you. But it's supposed to be limited access in terms of they'll stop it at some point. But the DLC and access to the game, and of course that's still going to happen throughout past launch. It's just going to be the special things that you get with EOD. One Tarkov Fortnite collab. Yeah, it's very funny. I think there's some memes about stuff around like on walls and stuff, but I think we'll see that anytime soon. I'm gonna lose my voice today. When will the arena come out? Arena is considered DLC, and they also wanted to stop talking about it now. Arena, or even though Arena isn't DLC, they're like considering it like a post-launch thing. You know what I mean? They're considering it a whole separate game because of the server infrastructure and the amount of work that they're putting into it. Also, if you guys haven't heard, I made a video about that a while back. I did get confirmation from BSG themselves, from the lead of PR at BSG, head of PR at BSG. If you have Edge of Darkness, you will get Arena for free. Not necessarily free, but it's included. Like, you will get Arena. So I know that was a big point of contention before. If you have Edge of Darkness, I made a video about this a little while ago. If you have Edge of Darkness, you will also get Arena, even though they're not considering it DLC anymore. They're considering it almost like a separate game. But again, because of like the server infrastructure and the work that's going into it. But if you have Edge of Darkness, you will get Arena. Now, what I'm worried about is because of the cost that they're putting into developing it, I wonder if there was some stuff that they planned for it that we're no longer going to get. Also, while we're on that subject, Nikita has been bringing this up a lot lately, and I haven't heard anything past the town location and the suburbs location, but Nikita has been bringing it up a lot lately about what would possibly get cut from the game for time, because they just want to launch the game. They just want to get the game finished, and also anybody that might be concerned about that also means that they're going to start the final optimizations of the game. So the sooner that they have it in a quote-unquote finished state, which would actually be a beta state. Beta is supposed to be pencils down. Like, that's the industry standard for beta, but for some reason everyone warped it to beta, meaning no, there's still a shit ton of work to do. A beta should be it's feature complete. A beta should be pencils down, feature complete, and then you optimize, you fix bugs, you fix some things here and there. You know, once in a blue moon, maybe something was broken and you needed to add just a little bit of extra feature or something extra here or there. But this is absolutely not a beta. So final optimization of the game will come when they know they're going to finish it. So that's something that you should be looking forward to, actually. Off topic, did you try out Halo? I've played a little bit of Halo and I liked it, but I'm doing this. Also, I'm just kind of a gamer in general. I'm playing a lot of stuff. I was playing a lot of Bannerlord. Before the wipe, I was playing a lot of Bannerlord. I was playing War Thunder a bit, and War Thunder Update 2. I was playing a lot of World War 3. A little bit of Civ, a little bit of Humankind. What do I got on here? I'll Let Loose. I was playing a little bit of Halo. Destiny 2, stuff like that. But yeah, but definitely a lot of Bannerlord before, and Star Citizen for sure. Star Citizen for sure. Tarkov has been in early access too long. Depends, because it's gained a lot of popularity while it was in early access. So that's where the question of whether it's feature creep or whether it's actually something that they should have done because of the new funding that they should have added and make the game the best that they could make it and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, guys. Last couple questions here. If you bang out some quick questions, I'll finish with that one there. But we're gonna call it here in a minute because I do keep these to an hour. I'll have a video later today. World War 3 worth the money. I liked it a lot. There's some server problems which I think they're gonna figure out because that's also early access. But I did like World War 3 a lot. I will say that World War 3 was what I wished the new Battlefield was. I'm completely confident in that. When it works, when the servers are up and when it works and stuff like that. To go on labs, you need a specific item, which is the key card. So for future DLC, those who don't have them, for not splitting the player base, they can do the same as labs. Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds a little weird. It depends, I guess, but we don't exactly know how that's gonna function. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what they end up doing. If you guys are asking me, abso-fucking-lutely World War 3 over Battlefield 2042. I refunded Battlefield 2042 after like an hour playing the beta they did the other day, because not the other day, months ago, when they did that beta that was supposed to be the last like test before launch. That was so broken, it made me go and refund it. I'm like, there's no fucking way this game's gonna work. There's no fucking way this game's gonna work at launch if this is what they're giving us. And yes, I understand the whole it's an old build or whatever, but I also understand why the fuck would they have that? It's also supposed to be promotion for the game. Why would they have it be that bad if they didn't have if they had a choice? I mean, why would they have it look that bad in a beta, the closest one to the release, if they didn't have a choice in what they should show us? And I was like, no fucking way, I'm refunding it. And I refunded it, and lo and behold, it's a shit show. So yeah. The fuck is World War 3? World War 3 is like it's like a Battlefield clone, but some devs were fans of some devs were fans of Battlefield 4, and they basically kind of picture Battlefield 4, but with Tarkov customization and a very similar system to how health and armor and guns work in Escape from Tarkov, and that's World War 3. And that's why you see people like Clean got me onto it. Oh wait, I have a creator code for World War 3. Ah, fuck it. Go check out World War 3. I have a creator code somewhere, I guess, but it's not what we do here. That's not the time. I was gonna stream it on the second channel a little bit, but yeah, go check out World War 3 if you guys are interested. But you know, Tarkov is pretty hot right now, so Tarkov is kind of the flavor of the week right now. I didn't like Vanguard. I did not like Vanguard either. Vanguard was... Battlefield 2042 to me was broken, and Vanguard just felt like useless. It felt like pointless. It's just like constantly running in there and dying, and it just seems like just useless. It just seems like a waste of time. There's a reason. There's a very good reason why I'm a Tarkov channel, guys. I really like the way that Tarkov does things. I like the way that it works, and you know that's why I do so much stuff about Tarkov. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. A little off topic at the end there, but that's all right. If I still have my voice in an hour, I'm gonna do a video on a couple of the changes and some other stuff that's gonna be happening here in a couple days, or soon TM. But otherwise, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. If you have any other questions, check out my most recent video. It might cover it. Also, I will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern is when I run these. So I'll be back tomorrow for that. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for the support today. We had some donations and some very good questions and some very good conversations. So appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for that. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys have some good raids today. And kind of messed up the outro there. Have a nice day. See you guys.